Welcome to the lesson of indices. Today we are going to learn about indices and the laws of indices. So indices is generally a plural form of index, plural form of index, and it's also being known as power. So in a lot of other books, you can study this as power, but index you can also study as index, but in indices is the plural form of index. So what is this actually? Let's see. If you have a number a and this number a is not zero, so it's not equal to zero. Now if you multiply this number a many times, so suppose you are multiplying this for n number of times. So in short, n could be any number, but in short, if you are uh, writing this, you will write this as a power n. Now, what is a here? A is known as base, and n is power. So this is a to the power n. We can also write as a raised to the or the power, whatever you say. Not going into English. So a to the power n, you can write a raised to the power n. I'm separating this. Now you can also say in short a to the power n. Now why we are doing this? Because if you are writing this all, suppose you have 1,000 numbers, then it's going to take all the whole place in your notebook or writing pad, whatever you are using. Now we will see some operations such as division, multiplication. We are going to see this in form of laws. Let's see the first law. The first law says if you have a number a power m and you have another number a power m, so you see these two numbers have same base but different powers. So when you multiply this, you will get a power m plus n. Now you can try this with a number. Let's see an example for this. So you have number 5 power 2 times number 5 power 3 So we will see first in general, how are we going to write? If you have 5 power 2, then you need to write 5 two times. If you have 5 power 3, you need to write power 5. You need to write 5 three times. Now you see, when you will count, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is written 5 times. So you will raise 5 to the power 5. But when we will get a number, very large number, suppose we are getting a very large number, 100 and times 5, 200. So now if you are going to use your notebook or writing pad, it's going to cover the whole area. So for that, we can use this formula. But generally now in mathematics, you are using it for small numbers. But imagine if you have a larger number, then you need to, if you're going to multiply this way, it's going to take all places and your time, and you can simply add 100 plus 200 will give you 5 power 300. So this is our first law. When a to the power n raised and multiplied a to the power n will be equals to a power n plus n. Now we are going to see another rule. So let's see another rule or law. Now let's see number 2 says a power m divide a power n will be equals to a power m minus n. Now let's see this with a simple example first. If you have number 5 power 4 over 5 power 2, then you see you have 5 power 4, so you can multiply this 4 times, and then you have 5 power 2, you will multiply this 2 times. So this 5, 2 of these 5s will be cancelled out, and then you will be remaining with 5 times 5. So you have 1 and 2 5s. So this will be 5 power 2. But let's say you have a very large number, say 300 and 100. Now, if you are going to write this, you are going to take a lot of time writing this and then crossing hundreds out. While you can simply do this, 300 minus 100 will give you 5 power 200. So when you have the same base, a, and different power in division, you can just subtract the powers and you will get the answer. Now let's go to, you can pause if you want to write, and then, so I'm going to teach the third law. So let's see. Now, there is no proper order. You can study this in any way you want. Now, if you have a number A, always remember that there's a condition that A should not be equal to 0. If you have power A, power M, and to the power n, you can write this as A power m times n. Now let's see this with help of an example. So if you have, suppose, 5 power 2 and then power 3. So if you remember the rules of bracket, we're going to do the operations inside first, inside the bracket. So you have 5 2 times. So what are you going to do? You are going to write 5 2 times. Now, when you are done with this, you are left with this power 3. Now you have two fives already, and you need to write this 3 times. So if you have two fives and you are going to write this 3 times, so how many fives you are going to have? 6 fives. See, two fives, you are writing first, second time, and then third time. So this is now when you count how many fives you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to give you 5 power 6. Now when you use this formula or the law that you have seen on top, the third law, 5 power 2 power 3, what you need to do, you need to multiply this 2 times 3, 2 times 3 is going to be 6. Now again, you can correlate this with the larger numbers because then you cannot multiply and then count. So suppose you have 5 power 100 and then power 200. So this is going to be, you are not going to write this 100 times and then again that 100, 200 times. So you simply multiply this and then this will give you 20,000. 5 power 20,000. That will be the answer. We can pause the video and then note it down. We'll move to the fourth law. Fourth law, I'm just writing here, is a power minus n will give you 1 over a power positive n. You can also write in this way, a power, you can also write in this way, 1 over a power minus n will give you a power n. So if you have a negative number in numerator, then you can convert this into a positive number in denominator. If you have a negative number in denominator, you can write this in form of positive number in numerator. So if you don't have any number in denominator here, that you can suppose it as 1. So when you have a negative power, you can turn it down, changing numerator to denominator. and vice versa for the other case. Let's see if you have example here. In this case, we are not going to have the example of large or small numbers. Suppose you have 5 power minus 6. So your answer could be 1 over 5 power 6. And if the calculators are allowed, you can calculate. Otherwise, you can leave it like this. Or suppose if you have 1 over 5 power minus 2, you can write this as 5 power positive 2, and then that will be 25. This is a smaller number, that's why I have written it here. So this is your fourth law. You can pause the video and then note it down. Okay, now we'll see rule number 5. Rule number 5 is very simple. A power 0 will be equals to 1. Now any number that will have a power 0 will be equals to 1. You can add as many rules as you can, but I'm going to teach you the basic rules that you are going to use in every questions. So now here, if you can take an example, any number, so you can take 2 power 0 will be equals to 1. Even if the number is very large, 100 power 0 will be equals to 1. So when you don't have any power, you are only 1. When you have power, then you have many people, to support you. So the same logic is here. So to let you remember, when a number has power 0, that will be equals to 1. Now, at some places they are saying 6 rule, but uh, I'm just going to tell you how to solve the questions if you will have something like this, if you don't know. Like when you have square root a, you can write this square root a as a power 1 by 2, a power half. If you have cube root, and you will see a number here, 3. So you will write this as a power 1 over 3. Because this is indices or power, that's why it's very important to know when you will have question like this, you will first convert this into power and then we'll try to solve. So these are the law of indices, and I hope you understood all the laws, and let's see you in your next lesson.